Hello everyone. So welcome back to the channel. I did promise I was going to make an Attack on Titan season 4 episode 1 review in case I couldn't get my video back, and sadly it's been quite over a year and I haven't been able to get it back. So just bear with me for that. So I really wanted to get into the nitty-gritty of this video because so much happened here, and I want to really try and dissect it as best as possible. I told you a while back that my videos had been, affected by a malware. This was a little over 2 years ago, and I tried my very best to salvage the videos, but well, to no avail. It's been so long I've been on this channel because I've been really trying to resolve this issue, but oh well, I guess this is what we have for now, and we're just going to have to make do with it. So thank you all. Welcome back to the channel. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Help this channel grow so that I can make more quality content for you guys. And it's been so long. I'm just so excited to jump right back to this video. This first of all, let me just say Attack on Titan season 4. The whole thing has been a masterpiece. It's blown my mind the way like no other anime has, just because the story is so good. It's incredible, and the relatability of real world events, it's like incredible to say the least. And the story got has so many dimensions to it, has so many feels, has so many character development, action, plot twists, sorrow, anger, joy, man, you name it, man, comedy. This was gold to watch, and I'm going to try my very best to break it down right now. So let's, without much further ado, guys, let's get right into the video. Okay, so straight up, first of all, we start season 4 with this part from the trailer that showed Falco. I think at first I thought it was a young Armin, or maybe someone in his lineage. I thought that at first, but we found out that this is a war happening after season 3, not before. So yeah, we see Falco wake up here in the battlefield, and I'll just quickly try and go over some things that stood out to me the most. First of all, here we get to we found that they're in the war after that's the continent of Mali is having their war, and then the next thing we that struck me was discovering that Falco here seemed to have some sort of memory of being a Titan. That was crazy, discovering this or finding this out. I mean, it immediately jumped out to me, because of what happened with Eren in season 3, and him seeing Eren, the previous Eren's, the person who he got his name from. Um, so, Eren, what was his name again? He's Eren Yeager. That was Eren. Oh my goodness, I seem to forget his name right now. His name was Eren Kruger. Oh my goodness. Anyway, that part stood out to me, and then the next part that stood out to me was being introduced to these new warrior candidates. We have Gabi, Udo. Oh my goodness. Not some good stats, forgetting the name. Zofia, yes, and Falco. So it was very much interesting being introduced to Gabi here. Especially, it was quite interesting, being reintroduced to Reiner and crew. It was interesting to be introduced back to a grown-up Reiner, with its mustache. But another thing that struck me was being introduced to Gabi. I think right around here was yes, at this point we started seeing some similarities. She started reminding us very much about Eren, that glint in her eyes, that fire in her eyes, especially at this point where especially at this point where, well, first of all, we're introduced to Falco's elder brother, who is the successor to Zeke, which was a bombshell. And then we got in here introduced to, well, we're seeing how very badly Malians, Eldians have been treated by the Malians. It was crazy. They even have a literal suicide squad. Man, this was terrible to watch. Like, oh my goodness, it elicited so many types of different emotions from me. It's crazy. But then this part particular stood out to me. Finding out how smart and talented Gabby is, but most especially how um how much like Erin she is, basically. Yes, this part particular stood out to me. The glint in her eyes. That was so Erin like. That was so Erin. I have no words to quantify. And then we see how she pulled off this brilliant maneuver. It was quite a brilliant plan, man. It was crazy. And yeah, she was able to pull it off. Soldiers and Eldians, how cruel the world gets. And then we have um, the introduction of the other two titans that Marley possesses. We have Galliard here, um, the Jaw Titan, which he got from Ymir. It was bittersweet finding out that, oh, this is Ymir's Titan, and yeah, she's passed it on to Galliard. And then we meet Jaw. The Jaw was the most annoying for so long because she let Zeke escape. At the time, we didn't know it was a female. And speaking of Zeke, yeah, he wears his, I don't know, ugly head here again. Right on with the stash, though. That's a grown man right there. This part struck me where Udo was interpreting to Falco. And this man, he who was being saved by the enemy, was like, "Don't touch me, filthy devils." And then you kind of see a look from Gabby here. This guy is laughing, but he's just stupid. Um, sorry. Then you have Gabby's expression, like, this is the thing they're fighting for, to end this kind of stigma against them, right? Now, this part, oh my goodness. I have no words. Just look at it. No, looking at it is enough. The expression is crazy. Like, it's crazy, man, what the Zeke had to do to their own people, just to try and survive and win this war. Ultimately, big picture. But yeah, this is what they were subjected to. And I just like to take in this part because when I first saw this part, my mouth was hung open, like my jaw dropped, like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. And the soundtrack, by the way, I gotta say, Attack on Titan never fails with the soundtrack. Just look at this. Crazy. Have you ever heard about the war plan before? This is a war plan. They drop titans out of the sky. It's raining titans. Oh my goodness. Crazy. Anyway, everyone here, not just this fat guy, not just this fat Somalian, but everybody here was reminded about how inhumane Titan warfare is. Yeah, really crazy, Then, of course, it was most exciting watching Reiner do his thing, and this part here really caught me. More walls, no more walls. He's tired of seeing walls. This transformation was sick, epic, crazy. Woo! Yeah, man, you know what I'm talking about. This was it. This transformation was good, and Yeah, we see Reiner get into action, demolish the walls like he normally does. Then they had another armored tank, which cost him an arm, but he'll be fine. Don't worry, he healed from that. Then we have Jaw, and this part was also cool. We have Galia saving Reiner. Galia with a quick save, you know. It was cool. Reiner, then Reiner took down, you know, their weapons, Reiner style. They were like a shot put. I noticed how they were using spots here in this war. They were using spots to win the war. But okay, that was crazy. Then you see Zeke dropping down after everything has happened, and he says their defeat brought about, this particular war that they were fighting, their defeat on Paradise Island. Then he proceeds to say something that's quite, foreboding or something of the sort. Isn't war a terrible thing? And at the time, you really don't get it, but that's why the story is so good, because later you're going to understand what it means here. Anyway, Zeke proceeds to try and end the war, and then he's shell shocked, literally. At first I thought they sent the missiles right back at them, and I was like, what kind of source? What in the sorcery is this? But we find out they were just firing their anti-Titan cannons back at them. Reiner took the hit for him so that he could end the war, and he was able to finish them off, which was crazy. And then I think finally, I also thought Reiner might have been out of commission for a while, but luckily he was fine. And then we saw this guy who we have no idea who he is. But at the moment, we had no idea who he was. Later, finding out this was Jean, and they had already infiltrated. But at this point, it was a total mystery, and it was crazy. It was like, who is that? Yes, man, it was a banger, and the OST, of course, is crazy. I love this particular ending. I love the message, um, uh, this writer. Oh my goodness, I'm going to forget his name now. I almost called him Masashi Kishimoto. Oh my God, but that's the one for Naruto. This is the writer for Attack on Titan. Oh my goodness, I'm really going to forget his name right now, aren't I? Yeah, I'll drop his name down in the I'll type down his name. I don't know why I will forget his name. But yeah, it was crazy, man. So yes, this was Attack on Titan Season 1, Episode 1, the review. I tried to spice it up as much as I could, so please bear with me. I really don't have the much of the adequate equipment out I would need to make this review as pleasant as I'd like to make it, but I guess you're going to have to bear with me for now, man. So head over to Patreon if you want to support me in doing more of this work. And yeah, it'll really help the channel grow. And thank you all. I think I've said everything I need to say about episode 1. Season 4 was crazy, and there's the remaining Attack on Titan videos are available to watch both on my Patreon and on YouTube. So go on, click the link, check it out. And yeah, thank you all for coming over here, and see you in the next episode, guys. Peace.